Greenville recording artist, an Upstate Music Award nominee, and a creative director. Please welcome our next guest, Lo Indigo.
Yo.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
I'm so happy and grateful that you made it out here and you came along. How are you doing?
Doing good, you know. It was a fun drive here. We were freestyling.
Was it pretty views or anything?
Yeah, we passed a few lakes or whatever. I almost stopped and didn't make it.
Almost stopped and didn't make it.
Almost took a little vacation.
I think you passed through Lake Hartwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful drive from Greenville through the suburbs here in Atlanta. So I guess we know each other through a mutual friend. Ashlyn introduced us, and I quickly became a fan of yours. I love your art and your work. So can you tell us a little bit more about how you got into rap, hip hop, music in general?
So 5 years old, I used to walk around with a little tape player with Outkast.
Yeah?
And people used to make fun of me for it because CD players were out back then.
Nuh-uh.
And yeah, I used to listen to Outkast, and like I didn't know that would like influence me later on, like my style and just like approaching music differently in style and whatnot. But I didn't know I could rap until my senior year of high school. I got into poetry, and all my poems started rhyming.
Yeah.
And I was like,
did they now? You don't say.
I was like, you know what? Let me just put this over a beat and see what happens. And it's been.
Yeah.
I hit the floor running.
Yeah.
Been going ever since.
And you said you were in choir too, right?
Yeah, I was in church choir when I was 5-6 years old.
Yeah. I'm a choir kid. I had to pay homage to it. That's awesome though. No, so you're able to put your poems into music form, and I think that's brilliant. I love rap music, and I think just how you're able to articulate yourself in the world around you and your stories, now you portray them in your albums. You're so young to have 3 full-length albums and 1 EP already out. And so I'm so impressed with you and your consistency and your drive, and I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Plain and simple, right?
Yeah, I've tried to like, it's interesting because, people, I just got my own recording studio. I learned how to do it, and people who've been listening from the beginning, they've watched me like grow as an artist and like get better, and I'm still learning. Yeah. So like I think
But you evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like everyone gets to see the process of me like evolving on my own.
Yeah. I love that. You have a song on your brand new album that just came out. It is actually titled Indigo, and I love that you included your mom on there.
What's up, Mom?
What's up, Mom? But it was actually like you said it was her voice recording to you.
Yeah, she left me a voicemail, and I chopped it up, put it in the beginning of the song, and that's her favorite song on the album.
Oh, I thought it was beautiful. I mean, I'm a mom myself, so I mean, if my son ever did something like that, I'd be boohoo crying like every time I hear that. But it was so beautiful how you demonstrated it, and I kind of want to talk about like your name and Indigo itself and why that's your stage name.
I've changed my name a lot. Like,
have you?
I have, but Lo Indigo is the one that stuck. I was, reading on the internet like teenagers do, and I stumbled upon, the concept of like indigo children.
Yeah.
And how, they're born and they feel like they have a purpose or like a mission they need to accomplish, in this world before they leave. And I feel that way. Like I feel like there's a lot that I need to do, and I was like gifted with talent for a reason.
Yeah.
and yeah, I want to fulfill my purpose, and I want, you know, all the other Indigo children to, you know, see what I'm doing and believe in themselves so that they can,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's what it is. Like, music is communication, and you yourself are so big on community and being of support amongst not only your fellow supportees and fans and friends and family, but also your local artists as well. And you're kind of doing the same thing in your area. You've put together some really cool shows lately, and I'd really like to highlight and talk about those because I think it's so special and just genuine and generous of you to give a platform, you know, for people to showcase their talents and for you to kind of collectively bring that together. So tell me more about that. Like,
so Greenville, South Carolina, is a really diverse, you know, pool of talent there, and the city is, I'm lucky because like I'm surrounded by geniuses that, you know, like
including yourself.
Thank you.
Including yourself.
And Ashlyn and you.
Oh,
but no, like there's a lot of genius, there's a lot of creativity out there, and the problem is like I feel like it's not being highlighted the way it should, and like, you know, even people in our own city don't really know what's going on yet. So it's just a matter of changing the way the music scene has been, and like getting people to work together, you know, getting people, you know, on the same stage that wouldn't normally be on the same stage, combining audiences, and you know.
But I think that's beautiful because you're able to give exposure to different types of art and different types of genres collectively while showing support amongst your peers. And I think that's really neat. So I'm all about that. I'm definitely all about that. I mean, we can have a whole show all about that.
Most definitely.
But yeah, so with that, do you have like any new projects that you're going to be working on for 2022 that you can talk about?
So 2022, I've really just, you know, slowed down with shows and stuff like that. I want to take what I've learned from this year, get back to the drawing board, and I want to put together some like really awesome shows.
Yeah, because you are a creative director, and you're you're a visionary. So I've just watched a lot of your footage and everything that you've put together, and you have a really good way of picking something out and making it. Your Halloween clip was really neat. It was really cool.
Thank you.
And everybody I've shared your stuff with is like, oh wow, this is so professional. But what I find so interesting is I totally thought that you were being funded and pushed and had a record label backing, but you've done this creatively, solely, independently.
Oh yeah.
And that is also, I think, credit to you and your genius, but speaks volumes for the kind of content that you're able to create just on your own as an individual. And I admire that in you.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't grow up with a lot, so you know, you learn how to use what you can. Yeah. You know, to make the best of it. So yeah, I've kind of like used that philosophy with music and just creating anything. You know.
Yeah, you create your own, almost kind of like a world for yourself in there, and I love stepping into your world. It's very welcoming and inviting, especially since, you know, I do a different genre, but I love what you're doing. And you know, we were talking a little bit about the philosophy on rap music and how you have to be so creative and on point. It's like a current event stamp in time, and I think what you're doing is really neat and unique from what has been displayed. So
thank you. Yeah, I think it's really important, you know, to keep rap authentic and keep it, you know, as a staple in music, because you know, those stories, you're getting stories from people's, you know, real lives and real experiences, and like you said, that's you know, it's a landmark in whatever time period we're in, or you know, whatever.
Part of your evolution.
Yeah.
When you're evolving. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're good. But yeah, I do want to talk about like just kind of your approach in songwriting. I know you were saying you draw from other people's experiences, including your own. Like, what kind of process do you take when you go into it?
So it changes all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sometimes I can, you know, hear, you know, a beat and I can be influenced by that beat and make a song, or sometimes I have a concept, something that, you know, I've been through recently and I'm like, I have to get this out. Or like a friend's going through something and I'm like, well, that would be a great story to tell.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes I take on the character and I'm telling in the first person type of point of view, or I'll, you know, tell it from third person. Or, and, you know, sometimes I write as I go beforehand. I'm all over the place. I'm really ADD and it shows in my work, but I think it's cool.
I do too.
I think it's cool.
And I don't say that loosely, but I do think you and I are alike in that where you can say like I think with my creative brain at all times. So yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, you know, I got a whole. So when it comes, you're just so much fun.
She got the giggles.
I do. I feel like, well, this is our first time meeting in person. We have actually like talked on the phone for like since September, October?
Yeah, something like
September,
that.
October, like we started connecting like via social media and on the phone we've chatted. But like you just coming over in person, I just feel like we're having so much fun.
Yeah, it
and
is
just
fun.
kind of chilling, and I feel like you're an old friend of mine that I'm getting a chance to catch up with. And
you really brought me out of my comfort zone tonight.
No, it's supposed to be cozy.
I'm enjoying myself. No, I'm enjoying myself. This is great.
Oh, good.
We got the Christmas mugs. We got candy canes.
Candy canes. I got my candy cane earrings. I know. You're just so much fun, and I'm just so grateful that you came out here and you shared your time with us. And I just really want to make a point that a lot of what this is for is to help support local artists, and how we can best support you. And what you're doing is not only to follow, subscribe, stream, listen, but to also show up to events and such that you're putting together, because you have put a lot of work into collaborating with so many people and putting these shows together, and they are very well done and very professional and organized. And it takes time. And so when people show up, it really makes a difference. It does matter. And I'm just really proud of you. I really have been so excited for you and watching you throughout this last end of the year and you wrapping up. You had, I think, 3 events just recently alone, right?
Yeah, back to back.
Like, was it 3 or 4? I don't know. You've been doing a lot of shows, so yeah, you've really been putting the work in, and I'm just really proud of you. And I wish you so many blessings for this new year. And yeah.
Thank you for having me. And I
of course,
you.
My friend.
What you're doing here is awesome.
Thank you. Thanks.
I don't see anyone else doing this. And
yes, you did.
Give me coffee mugs and candy canes.
Oh, well, is there anything? I know we just talked about that. Do you have anything specific for 2022?
2022.
Because you did just release your EP on SoundCloud.
I did.
So do you plan on touring or anything like that?
So I plan on doing more out-of-state shows. So if any venues are watching this, link up with me. Let's set something up.
So let's keep that in mind.
I plan on dropping, more music videos, more singles. Yeah. I want to put more art behind the music so, people can, step into that world easier and understand who I am. I really want people to know what I stand for and what I believe in, and so no one's getting the wrong idea about my music. They understand what's going on. So that's the focus.
Gives you an opportunity to show off your creative director background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And possibly a short film.
A short film? Mm-hmm. I would love to see that. Yeah. Because you do have such a talent for storytelling. So,
Thank you.
I'm going to look for it. I am going to push that. Have you done your story yet? Have you done
Oh,
I'll text you.
Oh, yeah. I've actually started writing like a few of them.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. The plan is, later on.
So, true writer, a very true writer.
Yeah.
We are in the presence of a genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, Lo, I am so grateful that you came and shared your time with us, and I'm glad we got to get to know you a little bit more.
Thank you.
Share your story. And y'all make sure to support our new friend here, Lo Indigo, and follow and subscribe, and you can check out his episode at hopedowns.com. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.